Hello guys, back again with the Al Rasta channel, and this time as always we will be back to talk about the best Donghua series, and of course, it is SwallowedStar. In the previous episode, in the final genius battle of the pre-elimination qualifying round, there were a total of 822 billion participants. They were divided into each different realm with a total of 8.2 billion each realm, and now only 1.7 billion were left from each realm. Before the qualifying round ended, Luofeng, Hong, and Lei Shen were all three faced with strong opponents. That's why in this episode there will be many epic battles. Of course, without further ado, we'll jump straight into the storyline. In the first realm, precisely in the space area, Luofeng, who made a promise with Feng Lun before, finally met each other to fight. Elsewhere, Hargrave strongly believed that Feng Lun would win the battle, as the green alien came from clan Huang Shen. It is said that the clan is a race with a strong bloodline that is ranked among the 10 strongest human races in the universe. A clan of psychopaths who are very fond of killing. Many of them have jobs as assassins, making them have many enemies. That is why every one of them who is still alive must have passed the starting point of blood and fire, aka countless murders. Princess Brolin regretted that a master like Feng Lun could not be utilized, because the duel that occurred would be considered to be quite an exciting duel. Another alien who was watching also opened a betting session of Luofeng against Feng Lun. Since Feng Lun had a more qualified reputation, naturally almost all of them placed bets on Feng Lun. Although Feng Lun's winning ratio was 1 in 200 for now, and the number was still rising, as a close friend, Gao Feng still put up Luofeng with a bet of 100 million Black Dragon coins. It was a small probability, but if he won, it would be very profitable. A lot of people were interested in Luofeng and Feng Lun's fight. According to Ming Yu, if Luofeng managed to win, then his reputation would automatically be lifted. But if he lost, then everything would be over and Luofeng would gain nothing. Feng Lun was the opponent Luofeng met in the middle of the pre-elimination round. Luofeng realized that if he lost, then the important people in the universe wouldn't look at him anymore, which made the plan to protect the Earth by attracting the attention of stronger people fail. That was why, in the duel that was about to take place, Luofeng had to win no matter what. While Luofeng would fight using the Heaven Forbid shuttle as his main weapon, while Feng Lun would use a special dagger that had 3 shuriken-like blades as her main weapon, it became a battle between fellow mental masters, and the battle ensued. Shortly after the start of the fight, Hargrave, who saw Luofeng running away to buy time to find an opening, said that Luofeng's tactics would no longer be useful because what he was fighting this time was Feng Lun, the professional assassin, and not Mo Che. And sure enough, it was proven when Luofeng, who was looking for an opportunity, could not find an opening at all, and instead, he was the one who continued to receive attack after attack from the opponent. Since fighting to delay time could not create an opening, Luofeng next tried to find another way. Using his mental strength, Luofeng utilized a supersized location-shifting portal device, which was thrown towards Feng Lun. Luofeng made it spin like a giant wheel, but Feng Lun could withstand it with equal levels of mental strength. While using mental strength, the two also pitted their respective flying weapons in the area around the giant wheel. And in the end, because of the strength of the two of them, in the mental strength battle, no one won because the wheel-shaped device was first split into 2 parts. But in fact, Feng Lun's action was still not over. This female alien utilized the fragments of the giant wheel, compacted it to the extreme, and then flew it towards Luofeng and blew it away when the effect of the explosion from the overly dense object occurred. At the same time, the enemy also flew its weapon to push Luofeng farther and farther away, throwing him towards a planet and continuing with Feng Lun's attack, which also flew the surrounding asteroids towards Luofeng, which became a series of 3 deadly attacks that sent Luofeng far away. Everyone who had a bad relationship with Luofeng looked so happy. Meanwhile, Gao Feng looked sad because it looked like he was going to lose his money, especially since the win ratio was getting higher. Meanwhile, AI Lord Wu felt that it was natural for Luofeng to lose because his win rate was low. At least, Luofeng had many points left to qualify in the first stage. Babata, who was annoyed with Lord Wu, emphasized that the battle was still not over and Luofeng had not lost yet. Lord Wu himself had done the calculations beforehand. According to him, if Luofeng dueled more than 6 million times against Feng Lun, his winning percentage would be less than 0.01%. Yes, of course, Babata said angrily, because the Lord Wu did not add Luofeng's ultimate weapon into the calculation. To settle the different arguments between the two, they fought each other, while Atuka was scared in the corner. The scene returned to the battle area. Feng Lun, who was monitoring, found that Luofeng was still breathing but was already dying, and according to her, now is the right time to take a closer look at Luofeng's face, which feels battered. On the way to Luofeng's location, here Feng Lun felt something was wrong. Here she could not pull the flying weapon that she had previously flown towards Luofeng. Suddenly, from behind a puff of smoke, her flying weapon was pointed at herself. Yes, of course Luofeng was the one who made the impromptu attack, although it still couldn't land on his opponent's face. After Feng Lun got her weapon back, the alien laughed like a psychopath. It was very happy that Luofeng had finally used his strongest weapon, and of course, it was the god-level divine weapon, Yanshen Bin. From behind a puff of smoke, Luofeng unleashed a slash from Yanshen Bin's weapon stick mode. Although Feng Lun was able to dodge it quite easily, it could be seen that the slash Luofeng released was extremely lethal, which had an effect that had not dissipated after splitting many obstacles in space. When Luofeng again showed himself openly, everyone was immediately surprised, because at that time, Luofeng was holding a god-level weapon and looked quite capable of using it. Luofeng himself felt very happy, because now he could be met with the right opponent to test how strong the ultimate weapon he was holding was. On the other hand, Ming Yu felt like Luofeng would soon become famous, and the battle ensued again. While continuing to laugh like crazy throughout the battle, Feng Lun this time again utilized the surrounding asteroids in large numbers to form a hurricane and flew that towards Luofeng. However, by using his divine weapon here, Luofeng was able to negate the opponent's attack quite easily. And now was the time to counterattack. Luofeng unleashed a heavy attack on the opponent. Despite trying to withstand the attack, unfortunately, Feng Lun's flying weapon was unable to. And then, Feng Lun had to receive a fatal blow and was flung extremely far away and hit many large space rocks. Back on her feet, Feng Lun, who was still laughing, used her immense mental power to destroy the small planets around her and form them into a huge, dense, sharp blade. Meanwhile, Luofeng used his divine weapon's illusory sword mode, joining in and flying several flying blades towards the opponent's attack. Requiring only a little effort, here Luofeng managed to break through the form of his opponent's attack, simultaneously targeting his divine weapon at Feng Lun's forehead and headshot. And of course, Luofeng ended up being the winner in this duel between these two geniuses, which made Luofeng's ranking rise to number 51. Everyone who supported Luofeng, such as his family, looked very happy, let alone Gao Feng, who after doing the math got a total of 55 billion Black Dragon coins in his bet. The qualification time was coming to an end, but now Luofeng still had no news from his brothers. Elsewhere, Hong was seen still dueling with Nabini, Hargrave's proud disciple. Along with that, the countdown to the end of the pre-elimination round began from 10, 9, and so on. Meanwhile, Hong himself had to take a pretty hard attack from his opponent. But time had run out before Hong lost. Nabini suggested that the two of them should not be reunited in the next stage, because if so, then Hong would be beaten again by him. Princess Brolin was very annoyed that Nabini couldn't get rid of Hong. If this is the case, then of course Hong has the opportunity to be promoted, especially since Hong is very talented. Surely many people will be eyeing him. In this round, Luofeng of course made it through, as did Hong, who was seen in position 999, a number that almost failed but still succeeded. Meanwhile, the unsuccessful Lei Shen was seen staring at himself, unlucky that the last opponent he faced was too strong. Babata then flicked Lei Shen's forehead to wake him up. In addition to congratulating Lei Shen, who had come to his senses, he also apologized for embarrassing his two brothers. It couldn't be helped because the opponent Lei Shen met named Rongjun was too strong for him. Rongjun was so strong that he has left Lei Shen in the shadows to this day. Rongjun's strength is even more evident because he placed third in the pre-elimination round. Well, instead of discussing these gloomy things, Lei Shen thought it would be better if they celebrated Hong and Luofeng's victory. Back in the real world, Babata, who was finally able to meet Luofeng again, felt very proud of Luofeng, who acted beyond expectations. He is indeed very suitable to be one of Master Huyan Bo's disciples, said Babata. Meanwhile, Lord Wu appeared behind Lei Shen. He told Lei Shen not to be discouraged, as he had only had the misfortune of meeting Rongjun earlier. After the qualifying round ended, Babata said that Luofeng immediately received over 450 calls and 890 emails, which could be confirmation that they all really wanted Luofeng. Of course, now Luofeng is famous, guys. And that's the ending of SwallowedStar episode 131 this time, guys. Okay, thank you to those of you who watched until the end. That's all thanks, and the last word from me. Bye.
他们之间的实力差距。
第一，我不速之客。三哥，你要小心。
意味着你整个帝国为敌。
部落群他们正是看准这一点，
将帝皇的旨意带给地球领主。我来